Hello there, I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Factory Town. Now, today we have two missions. First mission is to increase the amount of research points that we have by using our nearly upgraded farms that are producing a bunch of cotton to make more books, right? But, actually, a little bit more important than that would be to upgrade our town center to a level 6 one, right? But for that we need antidotes. And antidotes need to be produced, right? We are not yet making those. In fact, I can't even make those because they are locked behind the research. Now, last episode I went a little bit crazy and used my... Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, let's open the research thingy, and we need the intermediary medicine, I'm pretty sure, unlocks antidote and ointment. For that we need okay, we need 200 nature research points. Okay, that's achievable in 5,000 years because our research production is well, it's not the fastest in the world. Let's see. Can we make more of these? Yes, we can make level 2 knowledge tombs now, but those require fish oil and remedy. Oh my god. This is going to be messy, because if I think this is a mess already, the way that I have set up this, imagine having to have a couple extra production lines to make the fish oil and what the hell was it? The fish oil and the remedy. Okay, the remedy is rather simple actually, but the fish oil, it's also rather simple, but still, at least 3 more production buildings and 1 more resource production building. So 4 more buildings just to get this done. I mean, we can rearrange a couple of things around here. We might just do that, but first I want to start producing more books, because our book production is simply... Book production is not sufficient at the moment. We are producing something, but is... it's puny. Puny amounts. It is time to turn into a more industrial approach when it comes to research. So this was the early setup for the early game, but we are moving towards the mid-game now, where we are starting to require a more amount of research points than the ones that we can create. So let's start using some of this ridiculous amount of money to buy a couple extra plots of land, so we can have a little bit more room to work with, even though this is not exactly the... What is this? Game, what is this? This is not pretty, I can tell you right now. This is not the prettiest thing you have ever done. But in any case, guys, let's not look at that, because it's disgusting. I think I'm going to flatten this area over here, and I'm going to start setting up a few more production buildings, but these farms are going to stay in place, because these are the farms that are going to supply us with most of the stuff that we need. These things might move in the near future. But first we need a bunch of lumber mills producing us some paper. So guys, I am pre-recording the episode, because, you know, I'm on vacation and I feel like playing video games. But feel free to tell me if there is any way for me to increase the size of the flattening tool, right? Because at the moment I'm flattening with just 1 square, and that's just so freaking annoying when you want to flatten large areas, right? Because you have to do the printer technique, right? Going back and forward a bunch of times, and that's never bueno, because sometimes you mess up things and raise tiles that you don't want to. So if there is a way, please tell me, because I'm pretty sure by the time you tell me, I will still not yet have I have not yet figured it out. Yep. Alright, this time we are going to have 4 lumber mills, and we are going to increase the amount of staff working here, but not yet. That's for later, once I start figuring out the ratios to make it as efficient as possible. But just one quick thing, guys. You can track your resources over here by simply pressing the button, and you select the resource that you want to track. So if you want to delete some of these and replace them with more useful things for you, go right ahead, because you know, it's extremely useful. But in any case, now that we have the paper, right, we also need the cloth now. And the cloth is going, let me just see, how many do we need? We need half the amount of cloth that we have for paper, so I suppose that 2 workshops are in order now. Alright, most of the stuff is set up. I am transporting the cotton. Why did you stop producing cotton? Because all the cotton plant had been taken away, so we now know that we should build a couple extra farm tiles around this place, because you know, there is still a lot of space that can be don't pause the game, that can be used for farming. So let's do just that, fill this up with a bunch of farms, because we are going to need them. There we go. I think this is enough farms, and if it is not, then well, we'll build more, no problem. Let me just put a couple of herbs down. Perfect. Much better now, but that's okay. We have a little bit in store, and we are transporting from this barn to this one, just to distribute to the other 2 workshops, right? These are producing the cotton, and the cotton is being sent over here, and the paper is missing because I forgot to put the grabbers. That's okay. Let's go like this. Perfect. Now all I need to do is figure out a couple of worker ratios to make sure that everything is constantly working, and as we can see over here, we are now producing books. These books can then be transported all the way over here. Oh no, this is pretty bad. We ran out of minerals. Yikes. Because, well, I'm pretty sure minerals are not replantable. Because, I mean, you can... Technically, you can replace them, but it's really weird, because you can place an iron ore deposit and it will have like 10 units of resource to be taken away. I don't understand, but in any case, we ran out of iron and we need to mine more. Yeah, I should probably take care of that sooner rather than later. I have this iron over there, but other than that I don't see any more iron deposits, and we already bought a pretty good chunk of the maps, so where is the iron? Oh, good amount of iron over here. Right, guys, I think it is time for me to go on another buying spree. Let's buy all of these territories and see if we can find more iron. We have iron over there, we have iron over there, we have iron over there. Oh, this is great, because the iron is relatively close. We only need to divert the mine a little bit, and we can still use the same setup. Fantastic, so let me fix this rather quickly. There we go, scaffolding built. Something that was rather easy to do. Now let's max out the amount of workers and look at the amount of iron that we can produce. That's just fantastic. Now our forges are back online, and we can start focusing on other things. I'm really fucking stupid sometimes. Oh my god. I planted herbs in the cotton farm. Oh my god, you probably saw it coming. Now I have to spend them. Oh my god. Because, you know, removing resources also costs money. And you don't get your stuff back. You know, we paid red coins for that. I am at 92. Yep, I'm not getting those coins back, so... Ouch, that hurted a lot, my friends. We spent a lot of money putting those crops down, but oh well. Mistakes were made, but mistakes are now being fixed. Alright, so before we bother ourselves with the fish farms and all of that to make the antidotes, let's just finish the book transporting thingy. I'm liking the boats. I'm really enjoying them. Guess what? I'm making another one. cargo boat. Transport the books from over here into this warehouse. I built another one over here, this one. But before we go, I stop and don't put anything in this because we might use this warehouse later. Alright, so 2 slots for books. Let's just wait for the boat to bring said books. I think I already... No, you are not... You're not keen on doing that? No, stop. Bring these books, okay, all the way over here. Could you do that for me? Yeah, I think that will be fine. So we are transporting 80 books at a time, right? Now, let's switch things around a little bit, because this thing over here, it's being wasted, transporting the remedies all the way back and forth to the apothecary. That's going to change, because you're going to go over there. We are going to build a wagon to replace you, because, you know, it's far more efficient, because a wagon can transport, you know, those small and limited amount of resources. Now, we are going to use that caravan over there to transport the books to the school. We only need one, because the school is right there. And it's going to be a rather short trip, so let's just wait a little longer. The books have arrived. Now, let's grab these books and bring them to the school. And we are gonna make a bunch of research points with just that delivery, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 200 points. That's really nice if you ask me, and there is still a little bit left in reserve, so this caravan will still be able to do a couple more trips, giving us a bunch of research points, but the limiting factor will most likely than not be the boat itself. But the boat itself, I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to handle the production, so we might in time completely empty out this storage over here. This one has been upgraded because you know, books are rather nice to have, but eventually we might be able to transport more than we produce, which means that we'll have to upgrade this with more workers. But for now, this is good enough. I don't want to go overboard with workers, as I am really low on workers right now, and I have to use the rest of them to set up the antidote production. So let's take care of that. Okay, so before we do the antidote thingy, we need to research it. We now have the points, so let's research that. We now have access to the antidote. Let's go over here, select recipe, and antidote. We are gonna need the sugar. Nice sugar. We can do that. We have a sugar farm. Well, it's not a farm. We have a sugar field somewhere around here, but it's kind of far away. So I might just plant the sugar. In any case, we then need a fish oil, which is produced in the medicine hut as well. That's why this one is here. And we need 2 fish. In order to get 2 fish, let's go in here. Let's find a fishery. There we go. Just right there. Okay. So if can I start fishing without a fishing boat? I can. It's rather small, but not small. Slow, I mean. But for now, it will do, because I only need 2 fish per oil, and I only need 1 oil to make one of these. And one of these takes a long time, so I'm pretty sure this will be fine. Oh yeah, definitely. See, this one takes 12 worker units and this one takes 6 worker units, which means we are going to be able to fish the 2 fish that we need to get the medicine hut up and rolling. Okay, so we then need a remedy, which is made in another medicine hut. Alright, said remedy needs herbs, which we do have in plentiful amounts, water, which we do have in plentiful amounts as well. See? Lots of water. And fire. Now fire can be brought via the trees, which we can cut and bring to the medicine hut. Or we can use coal, which can be mined, but Let me just say, save up your coal. You're gonna need it. And we are going to need it rather soon. I'm using this coal over here as fuel simply because I want to get rid of it. It is within the area of influence and therefore it must go. But the other coal, I'm going to save it. Because once we get into the steam stuff, coal is our best friend. So trees it is for fuel. And the herbs are easy. So I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. All I need to do is now build a farm as well. A farm. Come over here. Thank you. And you are gonna get me the sugar. Nice, nice sugar. And if I make the farm somewhere around here, I can even take advantage of the fertilizer. Yep, that would be nice, because fertilizer is always nice. And yep, okay, this is all the production buildings that I need, so let me figure out a way to fit all of this somewhere around here. And there we go. Small thing over here being built. It's, you know, doesn't occupy a lot of space, and it's a rather simple thing to do. This was actually simpler than I was anticipating, and now we are producing a mod. Oh, no, we are not. We are still missing the sugar. That's okay, I can produce some sugar rather quickly. Our very first antidote is now being produced. This is just fantastic, because, well, now we just need to wait for 20 of those to be produced before we can upgrade our town center to level 6, and that is going to unlock a bunch of stuff for us. Well, after we are done with that, eventually I will want to work in a better, how should I put it? It's not elemental, right? Well, let's call this elemental research point production line, right? This one is doing its job, doing the level 1s, but we are going to need something more to do the level 2s, which provide us with a lot more research point per sale. So, now let's just wait a little bit longer, and soon we will be able to upgrade this. Alright, town center ready, let's upgrade. Upgrade done, we can now make more houses, which is just fantastic, because we are going to need those. And we can now do a few more researches, but now we can start getting into the mana stuff, which will be great in just a few moments. But first, there are a few things that we need to do, like increase our housing over here. There we go, few more houses. Now they will eventually all level up to the level 5 houses that we have right here. It's gonna take a while, but that will increase our worker capacity, and we also have more people buying stuff now, meaning that lines are less likely to clog up. So if, for example, if we want to sell more stuff, we could go into the farmers and simply increase the amount of farmers just by a small amount. We don't need to increase a lot, and this by itself will increase the amount of stuff that we are harvesting, and therefore the amount of stuff that we are selling, which will just increase the amount of money that we are getting, which is getting a we are getting quite significant amounts. So that's fantastic. Now we can finally move this disgrace out of the way. Just go over there, please. And we can now remove this and put this thing straight back again. Okay, guys, so one other thing that I would like to get into this episode, it is the steam stuff. But before we can do any sort of steam stuff, we need steam pipes. This is the most basic of resources if we are ever going to do any steam related activities, but as you can see, my warehouse is completely full. All the outputs are being used, and we could use 2 more, but we don't have the space, so I'm just going to jerry-rig something, probably siphon a little bit of the amount of iron that we are getting from the mine, and a little bit of wood from here. Yeah, I think it can be done. There we go, pipes being built. Now this one over here, it's going to siphon a lot of resources from the main forge, because right now 50% is going to the main forge and 50% is going to the single forge. But the good news is that it will back up eventually, and we are going to use only what we need. And you know, pipes are relatively cheap, you know, one iron thingy for 2 pipes, which means that the barn will be filled up soon enough, and we can even set a limit over here, only 100 pipes at a time. It should be more than enough for our early needs. However, I believe it is time for us to start thinking about giving a few steam booster upgrades to our forge over here. However, I'm pretty sure the steam stuff was reworked between the last time I played and this present time, so I probably just need to figure out a few things before I can get this rolling. But we are going to use this coal over here to power the steam generator, which we are probably going to build somewhere around this bay, so we can harvest the water automatically, and then we are going to channel the steam pipes directly into our forge over here. Okay, so pipes. Pipes are incredibly difficult to build until you get the hang of it, and then when you get the hang of it, it will still be extremely difficult to build because of angles and stuff like that. But first, I would advise you to simply, like, choose. I want to go up. Yep, that's. You can see that ghost box over there that will tell you the directions your stuff will move. Right? So yeah, I kinda would advise putting the thingy right on the in the air, but apparently I still need to figure out how to make an output. Oh yeah, you just need to bring the pipe away. No, no, connect. It's okay. So I am with the pipe right next to the building. We are going to bring it out at the same level, okay? That will create an output automatically, and then we are going to put the pipe all the way in the air so it doesn't bother anything in the vicinities, right? Now, time to connect. No, before we connect, however, we should start bringing fuel to the steam generator, and so the coal mining will start now. And we are going to use this mine that was no longer in use. Come over here, please. Give me all... No. Give me all the coal in the world, please. Thank you. And there you go, one worker. And so let's... Nope. Let's do a little bit of terraforming over here. We don't need to flatten a lot of stuff, just enough that the chute will not go up, but one more. No, maybe not. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Required supports block. Yeah, there we go. So now we have the water, we have the fuel, steam is going to start being produced. Now those puffs of steam are the things that are going to power the building, right? So let's see. One thing that I would like to be on steroids right now, like my forges over here, right? That way we can decrease the amount of workers that we have in here. So let's add a steam booster to this one. Right, now we have a new thingy over here of boosters. Every single one of these ball thingies is a booster. So let's connect these thingies. Like I said, the pipes are incredibly difficult to build. They are super temperamental. And just getting the point right is sometimes a nightmare. And then you do monstrosities like this one. There is probably pipes hidden around here somewhere. This is really... It's difficult to position the camera in a good spot for you to have the vision of all you know, all the angles. But in any case, We created an intersection over there. We press tab and then we press tab to change the angles. Okay, and now the booster is connected, and as you can see over here, each of these balls is one booster, right? And now we can start decreasing the amount of workers. Right, in here we need 5 workers to have the 3 work per second. In here we only need 3 workers to get the 3 work per second. So we can reduce 2 workers in each forge and we will get the same amount of production. So now let me just connect all of these forges and hopefully that will, you know, help out a little bit with our worker situation and even increase the production if need be, especially once we find a way to supply more iron to this barn over here. There we go, all the forges are connected. It just doesn't look pretty, I know. Maybe I could have made it better. 1 second. Okay, so this looks much better now. Perfect. So we now can set up the adjust the number of workers, and well, I should increase the amount of iron that we are getting into this warehouse. So I think that before this episode ends, I'm going to do just that. Put a couple more mines, maybe not a couple more mines, 1 more mine over here, and bring some more iron to start supplying our forges over here with fresh iron from the mines. And as you can see, we are using up pretty much all the steam that we are producing. So if we go over here and increase our worker capacity, those that we just cleared from here have been relocated to the steam power plant, and now we are actually producing even more steam, which hopefully will start backing up and how should I put it? We'll be able to produce more steam than we are actually needing, right? But if need be, just create a couple more steam generators. It's fine. Alright, so time to mine some more iron. Increase the miner capacity to a bunch of them. And there we go. Now, oh no, come on game, you really did this to me? Are you real? Seriously, game? That is disappointing. Okay, guys, just give me a second, please. There we go. Problem fixed. Now everything should be okay. And rolling towards the main warehouse, which is now being doubly fed, and things should start kicking into overdrive in here. Oh yeah, we are getting more resources than we are spending, which is just great. Let's increase the barns to the maximum capacity, because these are kind of important resources to have. Not this one. And yeah, our forge area has now been supercharged with steam. We should probably try to deliver similar setup to the workshops and machine shops. Let me see, should I overcharge everything? And the answer, I believe it's quite obvious. Of course we should overcharge everything, simply because why not, right? We have the technology available, let's use it. So now the most difficult part will actually be building all the piping. Hopefully it will not be that difficult. So give me just 1 moment. Alright guys, here we go. Our forge has been supercharged with the power of steam. And well, we do need 2 steam generators, because just 1 would not be enough, and even 2 will probably not cut it, because as you can see, there are a couple of shops that are not receiving steam because we are not producing enough. But now it is mostly a problem of mining, so bam! Every mine should be always at 10 workers, because we kinda... You ran out of water? Please, allow me. What about now? Hmm? Still not enough? Oh, they are stealing the water from each other. Okay, well, you know, there is a very easy way to solve this. These are not that expensive, so bam, 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 bam. See, problem solved. And now we should be producing more than enough steam. Are we? Yep. All the lines are starting to fill up with a little bit of steam. It's gonna be a while before this one starts filling up the lines as well, but it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. I think that just 2 steam generators, it's all that we can make for now. I mean, for one line it is, because as you can see, they are producing probably more steam, yep, than the pipe can transport. But that's okay, because this single pipe will be able to feed the entire industry that we built over here. And now we should expect more resources to start being built. And yeah, we are even accumulating iron over here, which is fantastic. Okay, so this episode turned out better than I expected. We did all the objectives that we set, and we even started some Steam stuff already. Now let's just take a look at the requirements for the next upgrade. Mana bricks. So now we are actually really kind of forced into magic stuff, so we probably could use the mana purification research. Could use. In this case, we are definitely going to need, because everything is behind this one. But now, we should start thinking about making the natural knowledge tombs, so that we can get level 2, I mean, so that we can get the research points starting to go up a little bit faster, because this is ridiculous if you ask me. We are gonna take forever to have enough research points to do the research that we need, but I'm pretty sure that's a problem for future me to resolve, because present me has ran out of time. So with that said, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!